Hello to you beautiful and amazing soul. Give me 1 second. I'm making sure that I'm live over on Facebook. Okay, great. So I was supposed to be doing this live over on YouTube, but I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if it's my computer, if it's my laptop, or whatever. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you gotta roll with the punches and go with what you have, just do your best with the cards that you're dealt. Today I wanted to provide some very, very helpful information around sex health and how to talk to our kids about it if you are a parent. Maybe if you're not a parent yourself, you can talk to those parents around you about these things, and you can be an ally or someone trusted that those children can come to. And when you have that conversation with these parents, you can discuss this as well. I will leave that towards the end of the video because it is important for you to fill your cup first. So if you come to every interaction deeply connected and feeling fully fulfilled, you will be able to give in the best way possible as well. So that's why it's important for us to put ourselves first. I know it's counterproductive with what we have learned growing up, especially like I'm 40 years old, so that's not what you learn, especially as a Latina. You do not put yourself first. And you don't even have to be a person of color to have that type of perspective, especially if you are a parent or you are a woman. You don't put yourself first. You put everyone else before yourself, and then it's you. But then you become very resentful and you cannot fucking stand like these kids or the people around you. So it's really important for you to put yourself first. Before I jump into that, I want to remind you that this Thursday I have a speaking event. It's a powerhouse female speaking event. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm going to provide hey, what's up, Leslie, over on Instagram. I'm going to provide some freebies there as well. If you're interested in attending this workshop, please DM me. I would love to send you out the link. It is $10 to attend. That is a fucking steal for a motivational empowerment workshop. It's going to be lots of fun. I cannot wait to just motivate and empower the fuck out of you. Okay, so another announcement, my book is going to be coming out in the next couple of days. I will have it available on Amazon first. I would go and get it, but we are already running behind. I cannot wait for anyone to get their hands on it, and I hope to bring value into your life in any way possible. What the book is what the book is a guided journal. So it's a holistic perspective on healing and on manifesting. So if you're looking for something with empowerment and to help you with insecurities and past trauma that you haven't been able to let go of, this is for anyone who is a human being, whatever you identify as, a man, woman, cisgender, non-binary, whatever it is that you identify. This guided journal will help you to heal and to manifest in a very massive way, using tools to help you build on your confidence. So I cannot wait to get that out and provide massive value into your life. Okay, so into the topic today. Just in case you're coming across me for the first time, I am Lupita V from Lupitavcoaching, mental health consulting. I am a psychotherapist, confidence coach, performance coach, inspirational speaker, And I also have a business as a DJ. I run that business with my son. I help professionals get past insecurities to show up as their most confident self, manifesting the life of their dreams, smashing any goal they desire. If you're interested in doing this work, please reach out to me. I would love to get that conversation started with you. Okay, so now to today's topic, and I want to go through this very, very quickly. Let me just make sure that everything is on Do Not Disturb here. Okay, great. I want to go through this very, very quickly. So, hair check. First things first, ourselves, right? I wanted to give some tips around sex health. So, statistics are that 80% of women are not having orgasms when they have sex. And this can be either penetration or without penetration, meaning, even when I'm being very careful on what I say, only because I don't know if it's going to be flagged and the video can be cut down. But if you want more detail, if you're a woman, reach out to me. I can definitely help you with that. But so it's just like outer vaginal playful time or penetration. Only 80% or 80% of women are not having orgasms. And this is let me go into another statistic where there's a big percentage of men that are having problems with blood flow to their penis, right? And erection. And both of these reasons are connected. So they are for the same reason. So let's say if you're a man and you do have problems getting it up, right? You would go out and get some medication for erectile dysfunction. I saw recently a episode on Suits where Lewis wanted to get some medication for his erectile dysfunction that he was experiencing with his partner, and his therapist told him no. And the reason for that, and I love that his therapist did this, the reason for that is because it's all up here. The same reason why women are not having orgasms. It's all up here. Yes, it will manifest in a physical way, but it all starts up here. Your mental health is connected to your sexual health. So if you are stressing out about work, if you are not in the present moment in any way, so let's say for women, it's like, and I'm not saying all women think this way, men could be thinking this way too, right? They could be thinking like, did I leave the stove on? Damn it, I forgot to buy kale again. Did I remember to send in that email? Did I send that email? Did I send out that file to be reviewed? Is my client going to remember to XYZ? And just all of these things, right? She could also be thinking about other things like, oh my gosh, is he looking at my role? Is he looking at that thing I don't like to look at? And just a lot of insecurities there. These are the same things that men could be experiencing as well. Men also have insecurities and also can be experiencing stressful situations or stress when it's time to get nasty, when it's sexy time. So a tip that I can give you to help with these particular problems is priming. So let's say, and this is something that I have suggested to some of my single clients as they embark on their sexuality journey, is priming. And priming is basically the texting and flirting and getting each other ready for the sexy time. So you can't expect yourself to go from like a stressful situation to like, bam, let's just like hurry up and do it. You gotta prime each other. And so if you're not really liking this person, let's say it's even your partner, and you're going through a very difficult time within your relationship, even priming will be difficult. If this is hard for you within your relationship and you need help with this, I would love to be in your corner to support you with that. Please reach out to me. But if that isn't the problem and you're just not priming, then that is something that can help you with staying in the moment, and it gets you excited. I don't know what's going on over on Facebook. Oh my gosh, it must be my laptop. The video stopped all of a sudden. This is so weird. All right, I'm glad that we're recording over on Instagram. Okay, so I guess it's Instagram today. So priming, some examples of priming is texting, flirting, sending sexy pictures. And I don't mean like nude pictures or anything like that. You don't want to give it all away, like, hey, you know, like all up in there. Just like, you know, a little shoulder or a wink or anything like that can really help with the situation if you're a woman. I mean, winks go a long way if you're a man as well. Like, I know if I'm like sitting across the table with a man who feels really confident about himself and he just like randomly or spontaneously like just winks at me, like I'm just like, oh my god, that's so hot, so sexy, so cute. Anyway, so those are ways that you can prime. Another way to help with the sex health in staying in the moment is physical activity. So yeah, you're already going to be entering getting physical activity, right? Getting into the deed. But after you work out, you just feel so much better about yourself. You just feel like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Ooh, that felt so good, right? So you want to continue that feeling, and it's going to be easier to continue that feeling if you're already in it. So let's say you're gonna have sexy time 2 days later. You know, you're gonna have sexy time on Wednesday. Make sure that you work out on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday as well. So Wednesday night, like you're just like, yeah, like I'm feeling good, right? Or even just that same day. If you know that you're gonna have sexy time that same day, or you wanna surprise them, make sure that you're priming, even if you do decide to surprise and you want to engage in some type of physical activity. I would even recommend something that is so fucking powerful. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to worry about getting all sweaty or anything like that. And it can be super effective if you do it only for 5 minutes. That's dancing in the shower. So dancing in the shower helps with sex health because of just the steam and the water falling on you, and you just not caring, being disconnected from the world. And then you're also engaging in this playful activity that's really helping with the endorphins. And it's just being naked in the shower that helps you feel more sexy. And this can also work for men as well. Like, it's not just for women. I know that there's a lot of talk about like, oh, but women's bodies are so much more beautiful and they're just so much more nicer to look at. I think the bodies of men and women, for me at least, are equally as beautiful. So there's some tips around sex health. For reaching orgasms for women, Again, I cannot stress enough about being in the present moment. So if you are not in the present moment, that is really going to affect your capability of reaching orgasm in the bedroom with another person. So that is directly connected to your insecurities and directly connected to your confidence level. So if you're not doing anything outside of the bedroom to help you with confidence, to empower yourself, to feel good, then you are going to bring that same energy in the bedroom as well. Some things that can help you with, and I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to make this video too long, but something that can help with feeling more confident in the bedroom, right? If you have someone who is looking forward to having sex with you, you already know that they want to see you naked. You already know that they want to have sex with you. That alone can help you feel more confident. Well, like, they are choosing to be there with you. And if they are choosing to be there with you in the bedroom, that means you're not making them. It's still their choice, and they want to do it with you. If you knew that someone already wanted it, what would you do? How would you act? And allow yourself to act as if they already want it, because if you know that they do, well, then you might as well start acting like it. And you want to do this, you want to start doing this outside of the bedroom again. Everything starts before you get there. Hey, what's up, Erica? So one thing that you can help, one thing that'll help you with getting yourself primed. If you're single and you know that you're going to have sex later and you're feeling insecure about it, you're feeling nervous, maybe you're not single, maybe you are in a relationship, whatever it is, a tip that can help is doing something that makes you feel accomplished outside of the bedroom. And it doesn't even have to be sex related. It can be something at work. It can be a personal goal that you decided to keep your word to yourself. Again, it could be, maybe hitting a milestone at the gym. Maybe you decided that you were going to journal every day and you've been journaling every day. All of these things count as accomplishments. Allowing yourself to own even the little wins can take you really far. And believe it or not, that will also transfer over into the bedroom. You just have to allow yourself to celebrate the little wins. I don't want to go over, I believe I provided a lot of value in this video about sex health. If you have any more questions, you are coming across a problem in the bedroom that you would like help with, I would love to have that conversation with you and support you with that. Please reach out to me or book a call and for a consultation, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to go like really fast. Link in my bio. So last tips I want to give are to parents. How do you talk about sex with your kids? I recommend that you start as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And some people be like, are you crazy? Like, my kid doesn't even know about sex. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. No. You want to be the first person that they hear about it, and you want to be able to control as many variables within that situation as possible. You do not want them to receive this information from someone else, because you don't know what that other person is telling them. At least you are the parent, you are able to give them the most helpful and open suggestion and instruction and advice, suggestions as possible. I started talking to my son about at least masturbation when he was around 2 or 3. It is completely normal It is completely normal. I had a client years ago when I was working as a psychotherapist. She was so terrified and she had no idea how to respond to this situation, but she had an infant and it was a girl. The infant was touching herself all the time. And she just got so worried about it. She's like, oh my gosh, did somebody do this to her? Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, where does she get this from? And blah, blah, blah. It is completely normal for babies to do this. And this is because there's feelings there, right? And it sparks curiosity. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay. They probably will continue to do it throughout their lifetime, right? Especially when they're adults. And what we want to do is make them feel comfortable around doing this. How I chose to talk to my son because he started to ask me questions about, Mommy, every time I'm in the shower, this happens, and blah, 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 right? And so what I would tell him is that's completely normal. It's okay. It's okay to touch yourself, but it's not okay to touch other people. And it's not okay for other people to touch you, not even mommy or papi. If anyone touches you, please come and let me know that it's not okay. It became a good touch, bad touch situation. Like when you touch yourself, that's good touch. If someone else touches you, we have to talk about whether or not that's good touch or bad touch. And most of the time, well, as he was a child, right, it was good touch is you allowing yourself to touch yourself. And it's okay, you do that in a private space. You don't do it around other people. No one is supposed to touch you. And you're not supposed to touch other people until you're old enough to, what I would say, right? Until you're old enough to get married. When you're old enough to get married, that's when you can start touching other people. As he got older, I started to change the narrative around those conversations because he started to notice like, okay, those people are married and stuff like that. As a teenager, of course, he knows that now. And we've had the conversation about masturbation and sex like a lot. He's just like, Mom, okay, I know already, you don't have to tell me. The reason why it is extremely important. The reason why you want to have this conversation with your children is because if they don't know that it is not okay for other people to touch them, you are leaving that open to happen, right? The more information, the more you trust your children with information, the more they will trust you. So I had many, many clients that never dreamt of talking to their children about sex, about touching themselves, about other people touching them. And unfortunately, their children experienced sexual trauma. This happened within my family as well, with children. So not having that conversation with your children, you're not just worried about, a coach or a teacher. You also have to be protecting them from other people in your own family. If you do not have this conversation with them, then you are not preparing them to say no when something like that happens. I used to drill my son all of the time. Like, is someone supposed to touch you? No. Is it okay for you to touch yourself? Yes. Okay, great. What happens if somebody touches you? I come and tell mommy. Okay, great. And then I would say, like, let's have the good touch, bad touch talk. Oh, my, mommy, I had it already. Like, okay, I understand, but I just want to make sure that you remember. Is anybody supposed to touch you? No. Is it okay for you to touch yourself? Yes. What happens if somebody touches you? I come and tell mommy. Okay, is that it? All right, fine, I'm done. What happened was there was someone that my son was around all of the time, along with my niece and other cousins. And those other cousins, where their parents did not speak to them about good touch, bad touch, they did not have any of these types of conversations with them. My son was not sexually assaulted, but they were. I don't know, I cannot tell you if it had anything to do with the conversations that I had with my son. But I do know that if we prepare them to make sure this doesn't happen to them, then we at least are trying our best, right? Then we know that we are arming our children to be able to protect themselves even when we are not around. There's a lot of parents that do not agree with this and will not talk to their parents about these things at a very early age, but I urge you to please be open and trust your children. If they don't find out from you, they're gonna find out from someone else or somewhere else. And that source might not be a trusted source. So I recommend it. Let's say you are not a parent and you have nieces and nephews, right? You want to talk to your brothers and sisters about this type of information, or maybe send them this video, right? And have them prepare their children. Or what I do with my son as well, I say, like, if you are ever not comfortable talking to me about these kinds of things, I trust you to find the right person to talk to. I would also suggest, like, I trust you to find the right person to talk to, but I suggest Theo, I'll say, like, I suggest Theo Manuel if you want to talk about drugs, if you're curious about drugs. I suggest Theo Javi if you want to talk about going into a career that you're not sure about. I suggest Tia Yaya if blah, 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 XYZ, right? They will, once they are teenagers and even before teenagers, they will go and get this information without you if you don't make them feel protected, if you don't make them feel safe, if you don't make them feel like you trust them as much as you want them to trust you. I hope all of this was helpful. Please pass this information on to anyone who has a child who you feel it has not been open about sex and sex health. Remember, it is important for us to fill our cup first in order to be there for our children. So if you yourself are having problems in the bedroom or are feeling insecure and just lacking confidence around that topic and area, I would love to help you with this. Reach out to me. I'd love to be in your corner. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna talk about from now. Whew. I was going through that really fast. I'm sending you badass, motivational fucking vibes. I hope that you have an amazing morning and you have an even better week. I'm sending you energy. Take some seconds to really breathe that in and feel it. I believe in you. You can fucking do this. Remember, you have always been worthy, and you have always been enough. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I will talk to you soon. I love you all. Mwah.